Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Faux Show. Today is Saturday, April 26th. My name is Angela.
And my name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the Faux Show is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room I have here on my iPad.
Oh, the chat room. I've got that full screen on my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
Oh, but that doesn't matter, Ange, because it's actually comprised of the best lower third on the entire internet. I took my starship, I warped around the sun, I slingshotted back in time, I rescued some whales, and then brought forward the ability to present with you a lower third comprised of the jblive.tv chat room.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about this week, Ange?
So today, if you're not aware, is Linux Fest Northwest Day.
Hey-oh. We're probably live right now at jblive.tv.
And that's where we are.
Yeah, probably.
So, because we recorded this 4 weeks early. So,
Sorry, what?
Yeah, today we are doing Instagram.
Instagram!
We're going to tell you about it, and you might think, how could you possibly do a whole show about it?
Ange, that sounds like some crappy social network that I couldn't give two craps about.
Kind of, but it's still kind of cool.
It is, and actually, I mean, I'd argue it's sort of in some ways the best social network because, like, you don't have, like, the posts of, oh my gosh, my life is so amazing, or look at this cool thing I'm working on. It's just pictures of people's journey.
Right. And although I have a couple of friends that post memes and other, inspirational stuff.
Yeah, you unfollow those people.
It's mostly, what's happening in their real life, not a bunch of fluff.
That's what we try to do, too.
Yeah.
Even in our studio
that's what
stuff.
I do. Yep.
And I kind of had to twist your arm to try out Instagram, even though you're, like, really good with the photography.
I don't know why I waited this long, but yeah, I finally did sign up. And as you know, Instagram is owned by Facebook.
Well, recently, yeah.
So as soon as you sign up, it says, hey, all your Facebook friends are on Instagram too.
Geez.
Choose which ones you want to follow, which actually is kind of cool. And also, if you guys want to sign up, it'll notify your friends and say, so-and-so just signed up for Instagram.
Yeah, they bought them for some money, too,
Yeah.
which is just crazy. And so far, they haven't totally messed it up, which has been really great. So it's been like with a place like I go to just have like a casual social experience. Like, it's not like...
Is that Ocean Edge up there?
Yeah.
That's the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I love about Instagram is you just never know what you're going to catch. You're going to see some neat stuff that, like, on the other networks, sometimes you get pictures, but this is nothing but pictures. And in some ways, that's more real and more personable.
You're just on Instagram.com. That's not your feed?
It is my feed because I'm logged in.
Why is it? Oh, okay, right. Okay,
yeah.
Got it. So I'm going to show you. So Instagram has the web interface, which you were just looking at.
It's just kind of
which is extremely limited.
Very much so.
You cannot upload pictures from it.
No.
Right? There are like add-ons and apps and whatever that you can get.
And like some of my favorite things about Instagram are like I'll search for like hashtag Arch Linux, just like see everybody's Arches set up.
Right.
And you can't do that on the web version.
Right.
But we got a mobile version, don't we, Andrew?
Yeah. So here it is. And right behind it is the lower third.
Hey, lower third.
So here's the Jupiter Broadcasting Instagram app.
Okay, so you're logged in right now as the Jupiter Broadcasting account.
Yep. Yeah. And if you go to settings, you can do find people you follow, posts you've liked, some other random stuff, share settings. That's where you can set up any of these social networks.
Auto post and kind of stuff.
Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Flickr, Foursquare, something in Chinese, something in probably Japanese, and whatever. That's cool. That makes it really easy to share to social networks right away and have the same thing there.
Right. You can post it there and like have it go to Twitter.
You can set like video. People can post video to Instagram, which I don't prefer to do, and I don't prefer to watch video on there.
Yeah,
so
it's about pictures, yo.
I have it preload only on Wi-Fi. That way, it doesn't use my data to load something that I don't want to watch in the first place.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then I also I just mute the video.
Now on my Instagram feed, this account called Jupiter Broadcasting took this picture, and this account called Toe Fisher took this picture. I like the one that Toe Fisher took a lot more.
No, you don't.
Yes,
no, you don't.
No,
you lie.
But
lie.
But it is a fun way. And look, there's your sister. She's making some awesome.
Yeah.
She's got some great. Look at that. She's got. What do you call that? Foam art.
Latte art.
Latte art. It's super awesome.
All right, go back to this picture.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So one thing that is not very obvious about this is that you can see how many posts you have, how many followers, and how many following. You can actually click on those and see who you're following, and it's very easy to find out who you're not following of like your followers.
So what was it about Instagram that kind of kept you away at first? Because you've known about it for years. But
honestly, It was because I didn't like the fact that I'd have to frame my picture into a square. I've actually had to retrain myself in how I take pictures so that I'm far enough back that when I crop it to a square that it's going to contain the whole story.
Yeah, because
so that's the first thing.
It's a totally different framing.
Mm-hmm. So the second thing is just that I don't know. I didn't want another social network to maintain.
Yeah, I hear that too.
Yeah.
I think what's kind of different about Instagram is that it feels like it ties in pretty well with the other social networks if you want it to.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the fact that it's totally isolated. So like I will the thing that I try to focus on is I try to post pictures to Instagram that I don't post to Twitter, that I don't post to G+. Like the stuff that, like if you follow me on Instagram, you're going to see stuff not as frequently as Twitter or G+, but you'll see stuff that I don't post anywhere.
And I do not do that. There are some pictures that I will post to Instagram and nowhere else, but for the most part, I do immediately post it to Facebook and Twitter, and then I sign into Plurk and G+ and post it there. So the cool thing about this still in the settings screen is that you can view all your pictures that you've posted like that, or you can do it as though it was a feed, your own pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is nice when you're like when you want to show family or friends.
You're going over to somebody's house or whatever. Like, here's my feed.
Right.
You just look at your feed.
And then you can also tag yourself and then look at pictures that you've been posted in, which Jupiter Broadcasting has not been.
Oh, that's nice too.
That's this far right thing there.
Okay.
So then the heart one is, there's two different things. There's following and there's news.
Okay. Get it in there, Andrews. Hey, Andrews. Get it in there.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
What the heck?
I don't know. Did you really matter what's going on with your iPad?
Right.
Okay.
So I just got a new follow.
Yeah.
User not found. Okay. Awesome. Well, anyway, so
click on mine. I'm probably in there, right?
Under news, you can see your pictures that were liked or people that are starting to follow you or comments. Under following, it's everything. It's basically your feed of what everybody else is. Look at it not working. How awesome is that? This is an awesome product.
Well, I mean, like all things on the internet, it does sometimes suffer from the fact that humans suck.
Christopher Fugino.
Hey-o. Hey-o.
Okay, so my iPhone is not responding now?
That's okay. You don't need Wi-Fi, do you?
Oh, there we go.
It does go to underscore that the web app. Oh, look at this. She did Seattle and cinnamon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, my gosh. Your sister is so talented.
Oh, did you see her 3D acrylic art?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. Back to this. Now I can see what everybody that I follow is liking or commenting on or whatever.
Oh, it gives you an idea of a few things to check out.
Yeah, and that's how like I know that Ting has been liking your pictures and things like that. It's really a cool little option. It only shows a couple days worth, so you don't ever get bogged down with the notification.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
and the thing I like about it too is like I feel like it's one of these things I can dip in and just get like the latest on what's going on. I'm gonna hide that one. And I don't feel like on Twitter and
she did the whole South Park crew.
Look at that. He's awesome. Everybody go follow Lisa Turtle 420. She's rocking it. Look at that. There's Kenny. That's totally Kenny right there.
That is so funny in an orange mug. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so let me put that aside and I will show you some of the things that I've done with the limited I guess I didn't show you what the limited options are.
Limited options are, I mean, and the other thing about Instagram that I've found to be quite enjoyable is the web interface, which took them years to get around to, is good enough. Like if you just like to follow and see what people are posting, you can see some great photos. And yeah, sure, it's a lot of times it's about food, like all of these are so far.
Yeah. All right. Well, hold on. Go back.
But there's a lot of really good ones.
All right. So I've selected a picture of Bella. It's a full-size picture, so see, I can adjust her face.
Mm-hmm.
I can. So first, what you want to do is frame it, and I decided not to zoom it in or anything to center it. I decided off-center was best.
Yeah, everybody knows that Instagram is famous for the Instagram effects, but which like every app has now.
Right, but I mean, there's only 4 things here. So first, I can tilt it if I want. I can straighten it.
Oh gosh,
or
she's
whatever.
So cute.
So I actually did straighten it just a little bit to line it up with the switches in the background.
Yeah.
So that's done.
Yeah.
I can frame it, but only if I choose another light option, a filter option.
Oh.
Okay. So when you choose just normal, you don't get a frame. But as soon as you choose something else, it puts a different frame around it.
Yeah.
And that is kind of, I wish that you could choose your own frame because sometimes it just looks better with a different color frame.
Have you experimented with like editing in a separate application and then bringing it?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that worked for you?
Fine, but I want to cover these first.
Okay. I mean, yeah, in the in-app settings are sure, yeah.
Yeah. So then for the focus, you can do circular focus or you can do the align focus, like rectangular.
Oh, so you're moving.
And
wow.
yeah, and you can move it any way you want.
Talk about taking advantage of multi-touch. That's crazy.
Yeah, that not a lot of people know about. And so like if I just want to highlight her eyes,
wow,
I can do that.
You know, that's a 1960s Star Trek effect right there that you just did.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing.
And then
that makes it look like an HDR photo.
This allows you to blur it and or make the what's the word? More high def.
Yeah, the HDR.
Yeah.
And this looks, you know, you're seeing the camera record a screen. I mean, it obviously looks a lot better from what we see, but I mean, that is incredible.
Yeah. And so then this is how easy it is to post to Facebook and Twitter. That's all I had to do.
And you're done.
Was tap those and it takes put a little caption.
It takes advantage of all the filter settings, all the crop settings right there.
Right there. So I have a couple different before and afters to show you that I've done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That'd be cool. I always try to take stuff. I always try to take it in the at the time I try to frame it for Instagram. So you're taking photos later on.
No, yeah, no, I do that too.
Okay, yeah.
I do take. Like I said, I've adjusted my skills to accommodate squares.
Okay, yeah.
So here's a picture that I took of Dylan and Abby with a nice little background.
Yeah, that's adorable.
And it's cute on its own.
Yeah.
But look at that.
That's
the filter effect that I chose in Instagram gave it a vignette, whatever.
Vignette, yeah.
It caused the darkness around the corners, which kind of really focuses in on them, and it really kind of makes Abby's colors pop, and it smoothed their skin.
That's just a way better picture.
It is. It's insane, and the frame really just kind of polishes it off. So this is the after, but this is the before of Matt.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a random picture. The trees in the background are a little too green, and he doesn't really stand out. But then if you make the whole...
Well, let's drag it down a little bit so they can see the head, because it's a little cut off on our screen capture there. Yeah, there you go.
If you...
that is a way better picture.
Yeah. Like
it's just... That... Go back. That looks like 1990s photography.
Yeah.
But when you go forward, to me that... I mean, yes, it's hipster filtered, but at the same time, it genuinely just... Like, it draws the eye to the appropriate areas immediately.
Like, not his crotch.
Right. Yeah. No, really.
No, I'm just joking.
You're looking at his dick. I mean...
All right. So here's one that I took of Bella.
Yeah.
Oops. Let me just make this a little smaller.
There's our adorable Bella. She's just a widow girl.
And it's an okay picture, but as you can probably tell, I used the focus on it. Here's the original.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that great of a picture. The color tones are a little off. She looks a little washed out.
Blown out in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that's...
it made the clothing darker.
It makes the skin look more real.
Yep. And it blurs out the background, which is messy. Oops.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. Yeah, that's a way better picture.
Right. Okay, so I actually don't have the before of that.
You jerk.
But
You just wanted to show that. You're a jerk.
So I took this, as you see, the yellow background, that is not a stock Instagram border.
Right.
I actually put it into a different program that does aspect of squares and frames. So anyway, here's one that I did of my face from this.
So that's before?
And there's just a light. I think I used Valencia.
You look a little pale beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smoothed out my skin and made my eyes a little greener.
Yeah. Yep. And it
cool.
Like actually your eyes are the same, like nothing's really changed, but because they're just closer and cropped more, like it draws my attention and more to your eyes.
Yeah.
You have a lot of forehead in the first picture.
I know. Yeah.
Your forehead's not that big.
So, and then another cool thing is because it makes colors pop, it takes what was already kind of a cool picture, and really makes it a cool picture.
Yeah, like here, boom.
Like really made that white. So I used the blur effect here. It's really obvious in this one, but from a picture that, looks like I don't know. It's just really cool. It's a whole new idea.
That's cute. Look at Abby with her friends. That's so,
Oh, this is a great one. Okay.
All right.
So you can see in the background between us, we have diapers. Cloth diapers.
Not exactly the thing you want to put in the internet.
I have like some sort of mega double chin.
Oh.
But yeah, thanks. But it's a cool picture. Ta-da.
Oh, wow. Go back. Wow.
Right? I rotated it. I did it all within Instagram. I rotated it. I zoomed in. I cropped. I bordered.
And it turns it into like this is mom and her daughter and her daughter. I mean, like it totally changes the narrative.
It made it a total.
Yeah. It's completely. My focus is completely on something else.
Yeah. Here's another one. Right.
Your cherished chocolate wine.
I used the vertical stripe for focus on just the chocolate wine bottle, right? So it blurred out the cup, even though you can't really tell. But look at the before.
Wow. I can see you drinking half the bottle before, and then afterwards, like.
Nice.
Well, it's true though.
Anyway, so I did straighten that picture. I did use a filter, and I did use the focus, and I did put a border. So, like, I used all of those.
It's a way better
options.
picture.
Yeah. So now in this one, I also used the vertical stripe.
Oh, and
on our eyes.
Now on the vertical stripe, did you kind of like
horizontally?
So you take 2 fingers and you use the multi-touch and you kind of rotated it to across your eyes. Yeah, that's nice.
So it took this picture where I have like some unfair skin there, and you can't see it as much, and it focuses you on the eyes.
Well, and look at how both of your eyes pop. It really, like, that's what when I first look at the picture, I'm drawn to Bella's eyes and then your eyes, and it's such a nice mom and daughter picture.
Yeah.
And I think, yes, the filters can be used to make you look better, but it's also about, as an artist, you can choose what the viewer's attention goes to.
Right.
And I think that's key. I'm drawn to your eyes by that. What? Oh, yes. So, and Instagram.com/ what is your?
Oh, Mom Vault.
Mom Vault, because you're a mom.
I have more.
Yes. All right.
We are going to.
You know who's on Ting? Or you know who's on Instagram? Ting.
Yes, I do know.
Wait a minute.
Ting is on Instagram.
Hold on. Let's see. Yes, that's right. Of course, you can go over to faux.ting.com to find out more. Faux.ting.com. Faux.ting.com. Ting is sponsoring this week's episode of the Faux Show. They are on Ting or Instagram, right? You should look them up.
Yeah.
Pull them up while I'm talking about them. So go over to faux.ting.com to check them out. What is Ting? Ting is mobile that makes sense. It's no BS mobile service provider. And here's what I love about Ting. I love their no-hold customer service. You call them right now. Go ahead. Give them a call. 1-855-TING-FTW. Anytime between 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. And a real person will answer the phone Eastern time. You can also, of course, get help at help.ting.com. Ting is truly, completely, and contract-free. No early termination fee. No other BS services. No bundling or ride-along services. You can choose from all kinds of features you want from your Ting plan. Like I have to tell you, on my Ting plan, the thing that I've been taking advantage of the most lately is the tethering. We have our studio currently under construction. Internet goes up, internet goes down. Hey, let's try out this port. Let's check this port. Let's check that port. The entire time I need internet, I just click tethering and boom, all of the machines within the radius of my phone have internet. And it's so awesome because at that point in time, I'm just paying for what I use. I don't have to worry about exceeding some sort of plan that I'm paying a whole bunch of money into. I don't have to worry about that because I'm just paying for what I use. What Ting does is it's $6 flat. Boom, $6. That's what you pay.
Per line.
$6 for your, that's it. That's all you have to pay for $6. And then it's just your usage on top of that. Ting takes your messages, your megabytes, and your minutes. They add them up at the end of the month, whatever bucket you fall into, that's what you pay. Faux.ting.com will take $25 off your first device. If you already have a device, Ting will take $25 off your first month of service. Well, actually, they'll just give you a $25 credit. If you're like me, my first month of switching over to Ting, $25 paid for like my first month and then some, which was amazing. On top of that, they have an early termination relief program. So if you're in one of those contracts, and I know we've all made that mistake, we've wound up in this 2-year contract because we thought that was the only way to have an amazing smartphone. Turns out they're just taking advantage of you. Really.
I know.
And this is something that took me a couple of years to realize. And as The Nexus 5, like for example, the Nexus 5 is sort of like the accumulation of like years of the smartphone industry figuring this out. But now you can go to the Google Play Store. You can buy a Nexus 5 directly from Google for like let's just say $400, whatever it is. It's like $350, whatever, $400, and you have a device directly from the Play Store that you own outright, like your laptop or like your computer, which this does pretty much everything I do on my laptop and my computer, and I own it outright. And I moved over to the Ting service, and I'm only paying for what I use. $6 flat rate, then my usage on top of that. And with the Ting dashboard, I'm able to keep track of all of my different usages and Rikai's usages on top of that, which is great. And of course,
he's our kid.
Well,
we've adopted him.
We have adopted Rikai in like the most loving adult kind of way you can adopt somebody. And of course, the other thing that's great about Ting is like they're not like caught off guard by the internet and trying to like catch up. Like Ting is of the internet, and that's why they're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on Google+. What is their? It's just Ting. Ting on Instagram, and they post great pictures over there. Like they're actually
office parties.
Click on Sarah right there. That's Sarah right there. Everybody meet Sarah. She's awesome. There's lots of great people at Ting. In fact, Ting features a lot of those great people on their blog over at ting.com/blog. There's Belly. She was featured on Ting.
She got some swag. Well, this is on mine, but they did reshare. Well, see right there? See?
Yep, Ting. Yep, and she's holding Rikai's HTC One right there. And really, the great thing is, like, the way it works is because you buy these phones outright, you own them, and so the value situation is completely flipped on its head. Like, it is in Ting's best interest for you to just keep using your phone for as long as you want to keep using your phone. Like, Ting doesn't lose money. That's how Ting makes money. And that, for you as the customer, means that it's all under your control. You buy the phone you want, you move it over to Ting, or you get it directly from Ting. They have a whole bunch of great devices you can buy directly from them. And by the way, that makes it so easy to switch to Ting. Just start by going to faux.ting.com. You get your device, you own your device, you pay what you use, and there's no contract, there's no early termination fee. It's exactly what the entire mobile industry needs to move to. And the only way we're going to get the rest of the mobile industry to clean up their act is by each of us moving over to Ting. So go to faux.ting.com and take advantage of our offer. They'll give you $25 off your first device. And I'm telling you, if you hate the way the mobile industry is taking advantage of every single consumer out there that doesn't know better, clean it up. Make them have to be competitive by going to faux.ting.com. And 98% of people would save money by switching to Ting. Faux.ting.com.
Oh, woo!
And a big thank you to Ting. I've been a customer for well over a year now. Never, ever, ever going back.
Yeah.
Faux.ting.com. And a big thank you to Ting for sponsoring FauxShow.
FauxShow.
All right, Andrews.
All right. So here is another picture. We went to Tulip Town yesterday. Was that yesterday?
No, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. And, Dylan and Abby, they know how to pose by now, but Bella's the best looking kid here.
She's the one that's like totally into it.
And while it would be prudent to have the vibrant colors
They're
pop,
almost screwing with you in that picture.
I know, right? I went ahead, and did a butt. I went ahead and went kind of old fashioned.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like the way the boots look the most.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and then it kind of smooths out all skin stuff.
Yeah.
And it takes the focus away from the flowers.
Yeah.
It puts them on the kids.
I feel like Instagram is kind of made like photo taking kind of scrapbooking like, it's
on the web.
It's processing the picture. Yeah, and making for better presentation.
And I think that's probably a good thing to talk about is the fact that Instagram itself now, because so many people are uploading photos to it, is become a platform in a sense, in that there is a lot of ancillary services around Instagram that make using Instagram even more awesome.
Yep, which, by the way, let's go to this one.
Okay.
Instagram.com/Jupiter Broadcasting is where all of the pretty much, anything going on with Jupiter Broadcasting, but all the shirts and coins.
All the swag. But even the studio stuff.
And studio stuff. And
funny
RMS.
Events. Fold the RMS one.
Oh, I can.
Okay. All right.
Hold
Okay.
on, let me go back to it.
You don't have to,
There.
but yeah. That is
kind
of my favorite.
Yeah, it's one of, so there's a thing called Prinstagram, where you put PR in front of Instagram.
Wait, what? That's too confusing.
And so we are actually printing posters like this for the new studio. One with the Jupiter Broadcasting T-shirts.
And the way this now, I know I told you about this, but I didn't check it out. I think the way this works is, so I'm assuming you go to Prinstagram, you give it your Instagram credentials.
I'm
and,
not sure, but
like
probably.
you authenticate it or whatever, and then it pulls them all in, and you can print like full size mother effing posters, right?
I don't know about full size.
Well, I mean
Posters,
like
but-
big ass posters, right?
Well, I don't know about how big the pictures can print because some of them are low quality.
Well, yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
these big
That's
posters.
how big are we getting for the studio? Because I'm kind of excited about this.
Okay,
25,
hold on.
$35.
So
By the
you
way,
can-
Instagram, if you want to sponsor, email Angela at JupiterBroadcasting.
So the highest one that you can do is 200 pictures. Yeah.
I want to put those in the hallway between the upstairs and the studio.
And it's very simple. I actually really like the fact that this ancillary service is simple, just kind of like Instagram is. There's limited options.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have a million things to choose from.
Right.
It's landscape or portrait.
And it's
It's-
kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So have you already ordered one?
No, I haven't because.
Oh, you need to, because
so-
like, what's up?
Yeah, I think I have 128 Jupiter Broadcasting shirt pictures, but I need yours to put on there.
I'm totally holding up, aren't
Yes,
I?
you are.
I'm sorry.
And then I don't, I want to wait until after Linux Fest Northwest to do the last 300 shirt poster.
Yeah, that makes
Because I
sense.
think that one will be 200 with all the coin pictures that we have. So,
I would like 2 of them. How much are they?
well,
Do you remember the cost?
Well, yeah, as you
Well, you'll have to set it all up.
sign in.
But do you remember what is off the top of your head?
It said 25 or 35. Each poster, $25 or $35.
So I would like in the hallway. I would like 2.
I don't know what you mean by two.
I
The
want
same
2.
one?
No, put 2 different posters.
Well, of course. One
Okay.
for Jupiter Broadcasting
Yeah.
shirts and one for last 300.
You got it.
That's
Yeah.
what I just said. You
Okay.
weren't listening.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was too busy looking
Yeah,
at the pictures.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can tell.
So
That's funny.
we have a hallway in the new studio that I've been every time I walk down that hallway,
I know, right?
I've been picturing posters on the wall, and that's exactly. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
And then we'll just walk everybody down that hallway. We won't take them through the kitchen. We'll take them through the hallway that has the posters. And
That's funny.
that hallway has 2 walls.
I know.
We could put them on both sides.
Well, yeah. Well, or other future things.
Mhm.
You know,
I
we don't
know.
have
We-
to fill it all up right now.
No, we have years of stuff we're going to be putting in there, and I that's what I love about this new studio is like we're just getting started, and people
Yeah.
who are going to see it now, like you're seeing it at like the not even the 1.0 version, you're seeing the 0.5 version, like the beta version. For those of you who are going to join us for Linux Fest, I'm really excited about these posters. Now, the only thing about these posters that I'm not sure how it's going to work out is they're not framed. They don't come framed.
No, but they're standard sizes, so you can get frames
Yes.
at local
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
It's not a huge deal.
No.
Nope. And it only takes 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. Well,
Oh no, that's international. Sorry. Yeah.
okay.
So that will work out really well.
We're gonna do that.
I'm sure there are other Instagram, other like services that work with it, but that's the only one that so far that I have gotten to know. I just started my Instagram like 2 months ago, and I thought I'd just do a couple pictures a day, but
You're a pro. You're all about it now.
I mean, I have 235 posts. I don't know why you're viewing it like that. That is so annoying to me.
How do you view it?
Like this.
How do I do that?
Well, I'm looking at somebody's page. I'm not looking at a feed.
Oh well,
But-
I think if I go home, maybe I don't. I think you're looking at a particular page. You're looking at the Jupiter Broadcasting
I'm
profile.
looking at my profile.
Like here's my profile.
I
Look
know.
look at that adorable picture of
That
Belly.
is that's a horrible picture of us. Yeah, I know.
No, it's
Yeah, her
not. There's Belly totally hacking the internet right there
thing. Yeah.
on my editing computer. We have, there's Spear for the Jupiter Broadcasting Network. The thing I like about Instagram, the way I treat Instagram is like I try to take my best pictures and I try not to post everything. I try to just post like the best of the best.
Well, and so do I.
Well, you just take a lot of better pictures than
I know.
do. You take a lot more better pictures. I can't help it, Andrews. I can't help it. I'm not as good as a photographer as you are. But I do look at that cute picture of Belly.
I took that picture.
Well, I know, but I still put
And
it
you're
on.
like, I have to put it on mine because it's just perfect.
It is too perfect.
Yeah, she's adorable. Oh, here's something cool.
What do you got?
So when you use other apps, like we covered photo apps, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. I went ahead and used the splash option to just color Bella red.
No, that's a separate app?
I mean, I didn't color her red. She was wearing a red shirt and a red headband, but yeah, that is a separate app. I went ahead and did the color splash and only colored or made everything black and white except for her headband and shirt. And then I exported it and then I imported it into Instagram.
It's cute.
And one thing that I am having to do with the Jupiter Broadcasting pictures, the shirt pictures and stuff, is I'm ending up having to text them to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Instagram
email them to myself.
from the desktop, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite
So that I can
all-time
post
pictures
them.
that I took.
Yeah, it looks like it could be on a magazine cover.
It's such a great picture of our boy Dylan. 5 months ago. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. So anyway, Instagram is really cool. You can follow all of us.
It's like the social network that is like the most enjoyable out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you take Twitter, you take Google Plus, you take Facebook. Out of all of them, if I could just check one, I like Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like photos of just like photos. Like I know it's cliche to say, but like a single photo says like 1,000 words.
Oh, well, I know that.
And you can just look at it and be like, that's fun, and you don't have to like have like all of this BS around it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Instagram.com/Tophfisher, TOPHFISHER.
Mom Vault.
MOV. MOMVALT. And
No,
Jupiter.
VAULT.
Oh, okay.
Mom Vault.
Mom Vault. Like, you know how to spell vault. And then Jupiter, and then Instagram.com/Jupiter Broadcasting is our main Jupiter Broadcasting feed, which we got lots of good stuff, including new studio builds as we go.
Yep. Which I should talk about that for a sec.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I am importing that into a separate app to add the text to it.
Oh, yeah. How do you do that? What app are you using? Do you remember off the top of your head? Remember what the app name is?
Yes.
It is. She says yes. She says that she has to go access the app.
Well, here it
Because
goes.
unfortunately, Instagram doesn't really have like the ability to add text.
So Instaframe Pro is the one that I use to bring it in there.
Look at you with the photo apps folder.
Well, and there's a couple more, but
Yeah. So you're using Instaframe Pro, and then does that send to Instagram, or do you have to save it?
no, I just export it to the.
So you save it to your
gallery.
photo library,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
it's a pain in the ass, but yeah, it works.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. Instagram.com/Jupiter Broadcasting. We'll have links to a lot of the stuff in our show notes as well.
All right. Now, let's see. So since this is at the end of the month, we are not sure if the next show will be, or the next Saturday will be a marathon, if it'll be in the new studio, if it'll just be one show.
Who knows?
But May 3rd should be the last 300 shirt show and tell. So
Yep.
if you don't have your picture in yet, please take one and send it in.
Of your last shirt.
Or your coin.
And where would they send that into?
Angela at JupiterBroadcasting.com.
Oh, okay. And of course, you can always go to JupiterBroadcasting.com/calendar, and then you would find out if we're actually doing the show live or not.
Yep.
That's the best place. Because the thing is, that with the new studio, a lot of stuff is in flux, and we don't quite know where everything's going to line up, but we'll try to keep the calendar up to date as we go.
All right, everybody. That is it for this episode of The Faux Show. We'll see you next week.
Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of The Faux Show on
JupiterBroadcasting.com/FauxShow.
Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.
All right. Get ready, lower third. Here
Get
we go.
ready, lower third. It's your time to shine. What should I say the lower third's built from?
I don't know. A bunch of square pictures
Um,
that have been formatted to falsely show colors that don't actually exist. That was great.
That was really good.
All right.